An Indiana mother and father have filed a wrongful death lawsuit against a semi-truck driver, and court documents claim the driver didn't have a valid commercial driver's license at the time of the crash that killed their 9-year-old son. The wreck happened on July 25th on I-465 near Old US 31 on the south side of Indianapolis. Chris Goodrich of New Albany was driving with his kids when they were hit. His 9-year-old son, Eamon, died in the crash, and his daughter was injured. WRTV Investigates Kara Kenny broke the story, finding the semi-truck driver should not have been driving at the time of the crash. She explains what the family wants to see happen.
Chris and Natalie Goodrich wanted to give their kids one last summer hurrah. Natalie had to stay behind to work on her new business, so Chris took 5-year-old Bryn and 9-year-old Eamon to Michigan. Memories were made.
The trip was great.
They were on their way home to New Albany, driving on I-465 in Indianapolis. A truck driver was speeding and following too closely in a construction zone when he crashed into the Goodrich family's car, according to a crash report.
I don't have any memory of the accident at all. We just stopped and gotten gas and gotten chocolate shakes in my last memories, and then I woke up a couple days later in the hospital.
That's when Chris learned his daughter Bryn survived, but Eamon did not make it. Natalie raced to the hospital in Indianapolis.
But I wasn't actually told until I was face to face with Sergeant Elwood. And my boy was gone.
Eamon loved reading and video games, especially Zelda. Their shirts are a way to celebrate their son.
It's a take on the Zelda logo, but with an E for Eamon.
The Goodriches say another way they're honoring Eamon is by telling the world what happened on I-465 should not have happened.
It really sounds like it was more than just a freak accident. It sounds like choices were made, and the choices that were made did not keep our son safe.
They filed a wrongful death lawsuit on December 20th against the semi-truck driver, Dyson Laurent. It also includes the motor carrier, Forward A2B out of Illinois, and the vehicle's owner, Solomon Brothers, also from Illinois. The lawsuit alleges Laurent did not have a valid commercial driver's license at the time of the crash and carelessly and negligently followed too closely and failed to reduce his speed. The complaint also alleges the trucking companies failed to screen and supervise their drivers and implement safety policies and procedures.
There's accountability of the driver and then accountability of the business that was willing to let the situation even happen.
WRTV Investigates found the truck driver was in violation of hours of service rules at the time of the crash. Records show he continued to drive another 23 minutes past his required brake time.
It seemed like more about dollars than safety.
WRTV Investigates checked this week and found multiple safety violations prompted the Federal Motor Carrier Safety Administration to place Forward A2B out of service, deeming them unfit to operate. That means Forward A2B is out of service until the feds determine they address safety issues. WRTV Investigates emailed and called Forward A2B and Solomon Brothers. We have not reached anyone. In fact, several numbers are now out of order. Chris is still struggling with injuries to his brain, eyes, and vocal cords.
I can't sing to my daughter like I used to. It's quieter in the worst way you could imagine, but we don't hear our kids arguing anymore or picking on each other.
They hope their lawsuit prompts important change.
If we can keep another family from having to put their 9-year-old in a box, then we're going to do that.
Kara Kenny, WRTV.
It's heartbreaking there. The criminal investigation into the crash is still underway. No charges have been filed yet against the semi-truck driver.